el futuro, our light will outlast. Through deep analysis we grow every day, improving nuestra empatía, it's the only way. Anime videojuegos, keys to our soul, entendiendo nuestro ser, making us whole. Con psychology, psyculturists by our side, vamos creciendo juntos en this ride. Gracias a la comunidad por todo el apoyo. Thanks to you tenemos un gran tesoro. In this amazing space we learn and play. Together siempre we find our way. Anime videojuegos, keys to our soul, entendiendo nuestro ser, making us whole. Con psychology, psyculturists by our side, vamos creciendo juntos en this ride. Deep in every storyline we find the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hey, we're about to get started in just a little bit. I am so excited, guys. We have so much to go over tonight. We have the polls to go over. And I want to start off by saying hi, YouTube. Hi, Kick. Welcome on in. I'm trying to make this more accessible for each and every single one of you guys. I appreciate you guys. We have Twitch stories. We have Apothecary Diaries. We have the polls to go over. And you guys have to go ahead and break a poll for us. There is a tie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for the hype train happening here on Twitch. Let's go! Yo, let's get this hype train up to level 5. YouTube, if you guys appreciate it, drop some Doritos. Twitch, let's go. Let's keep it going.
Oh, Psyculturists, sage so wise, with keen insight and open eyes in realms of anime and games. You reveal the truths, untangle names. Santos, Santos, Psyculturists, light in darkness, in stories we trust. Mind and heart you intertwine for the community knowledge divine. With psychology as your guiding light, you explore.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, now's your time to go grab a drink, go grab a snack. And the snack is not me, okay? You guys cannot eat me. That's called cannibalism. Ladies and gentlemen, grab a drink, grab a snack. We're about to get started in a bit. Also, holy crap, yo, we made it all the way up to level 3. Level 5, let's do it. Knock, thanks so much for the resub. Everyone, thanks so much for all the subs. Power Up, Knocked, Firefly, Eric, Rinswin, Johnny, everyone. Yo, thank you guys so much.
With psychology as your guiding light, you explore worlds both day and night, deciphering tales with wisdom's key, unveiling depths for all to see. Santos, Santos, Psyculturists, light in darkness, in stories we trust. Mind and heart you intertwine for the community knowledge divine. In every tale your insights never fail. To the community gathered near, you bring understanding far and clear. From battlefields to quiet scenes, you find the meaning in between. For every man Psyculturists, in you we find a beacon for the curious mind. With every chat, your legend grows. In the community, your wisdom flows. In the realm of magic, where the mind does gleam, there's a wizard and psyculturist living the dream. With the power to recharacter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, couple minutes left. It is your final cue here. Go to the restroom, grab a drink, grab a snack. 30 seconds left. Also, are we gonna get to level 4? Or is it gonna beat us? Ladies and gentlemen, level 4 hype train, let's do it! Let's do it! First multi-stream out there. Happy Pride Month! Happy Mental Health Awareness Month as well. Let's go! Let's go! Wait, Ed, be right back. Okay, Lena. I'll be right back. Hold on. We'll wait for Lena.
True. In every tale, there's something new. With Psyculturists as our guide, we explore the unknown. In the world of anime, our minds have grown. Grab a drink and a snack. The stream's about to start. Join the wizard Psyculturist. He's a work of art.
Well, hello. Happy fucking Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in. Cheers. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are practicing that self-care. Hi. Welcome on in. I finally got a haircut. Woo! I know. Welcome on through YouTube. Hi. How you doing, YouTube? Right? Kick. Welcome on through as well. Hope you're doing well, especially those lurkers over on Kick. It's our first time multi-streaming to YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Thank you, I appreciate it. So, yeah. Look, was it in Europe? Never beating the wizard allegations. Yeah, hi, multiverse chatters. Welcome on in. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are practicing that self-care. Tonight, we have a packed night. We have a really, really packed night, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go over a couple things. Number one, I got a lot of TwitchCon stories for you guys. I have a lot of experiences and a lot of amazing things to go ahead and share. But right off the bat, why don't we start off with some royalty-free dance music? I don't want to die on Twitch just yet. Hold on. Also, or YouTube, hi, welcome on in. Hey, we're going to do the Apothecary Diaries, a live reaction for you guys right there as well. But let me go ahead and find a royalty-free music or something, Woo, Mal, I know. Trust me, it took me a while to figure everything out. I have my mods freaking the fuck out on the Discord channel right now. Like, we're multi-streaming? We're multi-streaming? Like, I get it, brothers. I get it. Trust Papiette. I don't even know how this is going to work, but I hope it goes well. I hope it goes good. YouTube, if you're here from YouTube, let yourself be known. Drop some Doritos. Say something. Drop a comment. Drop a heart. Drop something. Let Twitch know that YouTube's ours here as well, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube does not have Doritos. Unfortunately, not yet. But we will get there. We are going to go ahead and fix things up on the YouTube side so that they have as much as we have as well. So YouTube, please come on through. Show that love and support. Drop something. Yo, what's up, Galarian? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. It was a pleasure meeting you, bro. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you guys. YouTube, flood it. It was worth staying up till 3 a.m. Damn, brother, you're up at 3 a.m.? Oh, I forget. I only brought up Blaze today. Even better. But there you guys go. No, it was an absolute pleasure, man. It kills the Twitch stream? Oh, does it? That's crazy. I know we have a couple Europeans in here, Shido, and others. But guys, let's go right into it, shall we? I think that this says it's royalty free. We'll see. No, that doesn't do it. Let's see. I don't want to get struck down on YouTube either. So, royalty-free music for the... Yeah, bonsoir. Hi, welcome on in, everyone. Appreciate you guys being here. All right, you guys ready? Let's do it. You know what? If anything, let me grab it here. Hold on. Give me 1 second, chat. Pulling this up for you guys. I'm pulling this up for you guys. Okay. No, not that. Fuck. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to put a song on in the background. All right, you guys should be able to hear that. At least in the background. Something you guys can listen to. You guys ready? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with the short game poll that you guys voted on. Woo! Before we jump into the TwitchCon stories, we're going to jump right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys had 10 games to pick from. And you voted. The 10 games were Undertale, Portal, Detroit Become Human, Portal 2, Papers, Please, My Side, Deltarune, Life is Strange, The Coffin of Andy and Lele, and Little Nightmares. Ladies and gentlemen, in 10th place is Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares only got 2.41% of the vote, ladies and gentlemen, ending up in last place. Oh, I know. Crazy, right? In 9th place for the short game poll, in 9th place is Portal 2 with 2.67% of the vote. In 8th place, Deltarune with 3.21% of the vote. In 7th place, with 9% of the vote, is Papers, Please. In 6th place, we're going quick, with 11.29% of the vote, is Life is Strange. In 5th place, with 11.68% of the votes, is My Side. It's out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, and we're down to the final 4. In case you guys haven't heard, the following games have been eliminated: Little Nightmares, Portal 2, Deltarune, Papers, Please, Life is Strange, and My Side. The next game to be eliminated is with 15% of the vote is Portal. Portal has been eliminated from the game analysis aspect. The next one to be eliminated is, with 26.50% of the vote, 26.50% of the vote, the next game eliminated is, or around 100 votes, 93 votes to be exact. That's over 374 of you guys voted. 26.50% of the vote. This next game gets eliminated is Detroit Become Human. Ladies and gentlemen, the final 2 games are Undertale and The Coffin of Andy and Lele. Ladies and gentlemen, with 61% of the vote, or 204 of you guys voting, the winner of the short game final poll is we'll say that right after we come right back from a little pee break. Ladies and gentlemen, 30-second little pee break. We're going to take a quick little break. You guys are killing me. God damn it, man. I know, even YouTube's getting pissed now. Even YouTube is getting pissed. Oh, no, I know. Okay, for real. With 61% of the vote, the winner is The Coffin of Andy and Lele is what I would say, but the true winner is Undertale. Ladies and gentlemen, with 61.08% of the vote, the winner is Undertale. Congratulations, Undertale, for winning the short games poll. We will be playing you and analyzing you in the weeks to come. So, ladies and gentlemen, Fridays will turn into Apothecary and Undertale nights. And then Sundays will turn into whatever the long game is, because YouTube and Twitch and Kick get to go ahead and vote for it in just a little bit, because there's a tie. There is a tie, ladies and gentlemen. I know. Undertale coming in through. Skeletons wins versus Incest again. Dang. How could you? No, the Coffin of Andy and Lele did phenomenally well for a good little bit. They got 78 votes consistently, like every round, up until the very end, where more people wanted Undertale than the Coffin of Andy and Lele. Nonetheless, it's a really good chance for next time, whenever we have the votes, for the Coffin of Andy and Lele to win, because it's actually good. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of meeting someone over at TwitchCon, and starting the TwitchCon stories here, guys, go follow Galarian. They're absolutely incredible individual, extremely funny. Met them at the TwitchCon after party. Incredible dude. Go give them a follow. Show them some love and support. I know you guys always come and help out our community members. There's definitely one to go ahead and help out, guys. Alrighty. You mean the world to me. Nah, bro, you're doing amazing. Keep up all the amazing work that you do. You're fucking phenomenal. I know I lost my voice when I was talking to you, but you're phenomenal to be around. He's trying out multi-streaming. Yes, I am. Anyway. So, what do you guys think? Little TwitchCon story here. First off, I want to start off by saying, fuck you, Twitch chat. I hate to say it. I know that YouTube might come after me for going through. I got checked on my way home because I took your advice to buy shit at TwitchCon. I got stopped by TSA or whatever the TSA equivalent is in the Netherlands. And I'll tell you how it went. I legit had everything packed in my bag, right? I had everything packed on in there. It was nice and had my Switch, I had my computer, I had, everything that I bought from TwitchCon in that bag, because I'm not going to put it in my checked bag, right? And I'm walking through and they're like, hey, could you put everything in the thing and they'll scan it? And it scans it and instantly the whole thing just turns the other way, and it's not going to come towards you. It's going to go to the little agents behind the screen. I don't fault them at all for doing this, right? I'm faulting you guys because I love you guys and it's easier to go out and externalize my issues this way. So there I am, right? I'm over here like, oh shit, here we go again, right? And the guy's like, hey, I'm going to need to search your bag because some things are popping out at us and we need to check and make sure everything's okay. And I'm like, wait. What the fuck? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, right? So they take out my Switch, right? And the guy's like, oh, cool, you have a Switch. Really cool guy. He takes out my computer and he's like, oh, it's just a really nice gaming computer. And then he takes out the Pokemon cards. And he gives me a look. He gives me one of those looks that yes, he took out the look and he was just staring at me and he's like, oh, hard to come by in America, yes? And I was like, yeah, it's really difficult to get Pokemon cards in America. And he's like, well, I don't know if there's cocaine or drugs or anything on there. I'm going to have to take a test on it, and I'm like, sure, you do whatever, right? And then he's like, but that's not what was pinging in the machine. And I'm like, yeah. And he's got to lick it. No, he literally grabbed a white swab and went over it and then checked it and it came out clean. And he's like, that's not what's popping up. So he kept checking. He moved one of my books. He moved my Twilight book. He already judged me for that. He gave me more than enough shit for that. And then he pulls this out. Now, to most of us, we see this and we understand. This is ReZero. This is the ReZero trading card game. But to this agent, he looks at this. He looks at me. He stares at this again. He stares at me in front of everyone, right? This is out and about in front of everyone. And he goes, oh, yeah, I guess you really are one of those. I was done, dude. I was done in front of everyone. Just you really are one of those. I'm like, all right, you know what? You know what? Fuck. How can I defend myself, chat? How can I? He's like, you know what was pinging in their machine? The faces of girls. The faces of our anime waifus was pinging in those machines. He's like, we don't know what the fuck it is, but it was fucking pinging. So there I am, man. Over here without my jacket, no shoes, no anything. Yeah, I'll take that L with the head. But behind me were all these older ladies just judging me for holding up the line, for having anime waifu cards. So chat, I know, nerd alert. So chat, I know, solidarity, brother. Would I ever go this far again? Yes, absolutely. Am I scared to? Yes. I've seen a video of cheesing the gacha. Really? that I can't blame you. There's literally no way of excusing that. No, like there is. Trust me when I say it's so hard to like come up with a you got to put it off your chest. Like, how do you defend this? What do you say to the TSA agent or to the person there? Oh yeah, I just collect cards. Yeah, and he's holding it up high. He's holding it up high, and the old ladies behind me are all talking, speaking in Dutch and a whole bunch of different languages. And I can tell that there's judgment coming through. There's a little snicker of an older lady just going, and I'm like, I'm done. It's a gift. I bought it for my friend. I bought it for my friend. Oh, I know, right? Just go fucking crazy. They didn't have one with the kidna on it, no. But absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's not mine, I swear. Yeah. At least it wasn't hentai. Could you guys imagine if I had some high school DxD full on anime waifus with them thotties outside and like I'm like forcing these people behind me to just experience glory, I guess. I would die. Hentai up in the air like, hey, yo. Oh no. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was the short game stream, or the short game results. On to the long ones. Hope you guys enjoyed that story. I got hundreds more to go here. The jiggle mouse. I'm so glad I didn't buy. There were some very interesting mouse pads at TwitchCon. There were some very interesting mouse pads at TwitchCon. But before we get into that, I want to start straight off by saying this. Hey, I'm going to be going to TwitchCon San Diego, and I'm actually applying for a panel. I might be doing a panel with Saidere, Brady, Euro Brady, and some other streamers, content creators, not all mental health experts, to talk about the psychology of streaming at TwitchCon San Diego. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to go ahead and come on through, join us for that. It would be absolutely fucking amazing to have you guys here. And then we are going to start off our goal to try and go to TwitchCon EU Rotterdam for next year again, if that's possible. That would be absolutely amazing to go ahead and be there and see all of you guys over again. With that being said, are you guys ready? All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it changes a little bit, something positive. Hold on. I'm recovering from being sick, so you guys gotta forgive me a little bit here. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, for the long games poll, we had... Did the screen just go dark or something? I mean, it shouldn't have. We have 10 different games to pick from. And those games are Nier Automata, Amori, Baldur's Gate 3, Hollow Knight, Persona 5 Royale, Disco Elysium, Persona 3 Reloaded, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Fate Stay Night, and Yumi Neko When They Cry. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and last place is... And last place is Persona 3 Reloaded with 3.72% of the vote. And over 300 or close to 350 of you guys voted. Persona 3, you're out of here. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. All right, we continue. I'm scared too. Twitch, YouTube, I'm terrified. In ninth place, with 4% of the vote, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight has been eliminated. In eighth place, with 5% of the vote, is Baldur's Gate 3. In seventh place, with 11.56% of the vote, is Fate Stay Night, ladies and gentlemen. Fate Stay Night has been eliminated. Oof. 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 I know. In sixth place, ladies and gentlemen. Is it sixth? Yes, it is. With 14.24% of the vote is this one hurts. This one hurts. This one hurts a lot. I don't know. I thought more people would be into it. I thought more people would be like strolling for it. Yumineko, When They Cry, ladies and gentlemen. Yumineko has been eliminated. Yep. Yeah. I know. Next one to be eliminated is, with another 15% of the vote, is Expedition 33, Claire Obscure. Ladies and gentlemen, your final four are Nier, Omori, Persona 5 Royale, and Disco Elysium. But hold on to your seats, because the next one eliminated is Disco Elysium. That's a fucking shocker for me. Disco Elysium has been eliminated. Yeah, with 20.8% of the vote, right? The next one eliminated is, with 28.4% of the vote, is chat. Who do you think it is? Chat. What do you think it is, ladies and gentlemen? What do you guys think the next game eliminated is? What do you think the next game eliminated is, ladies and gentlemen? I'm a fan of the top three, so you're good, are you? Omori's going to be second. Nier, Omori, Persona 5. Omori. Wow, everyone's coming through. Mega Hugs, Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, the next one eliminated is Persona 5. Persona 5 has been eliminated. Chat, the next one eliminated, and the winner is... There's a tie. There's a tie. 150 to 150. Literally, Nier Automata and Omori are tied, ladies and gentlemen. What does this mean? It means that right now the mods are going to throw up a straw poll that will go live. And if you are live on YouTube, Kick, or here on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, you have the ability to vote. They're going to throw it on there. Now, only one will win. And it's up to you guys that are part of these streams to make sure it happens. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, vote. The mods are going to throw it up any second now. Now? Oh, jeez. My voice is going. There you go. Coffee already throwing it up over on the Twitch side. It should go up on YouTube and Kick pretty soon. Vote. Omori or Nier, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys want? I'm also going to go ahead and vote. Hold on. I'm going to vote. Break the tie between these two games that finished first. Make a choice. Nier or Omori. Ladies and gentlemen. Shito, what did you vote for? Hold on. You voted? should be here now. Good, awesome. What did you guys vote for? Ladies and gentlemen. Actually, what you guys are going? Amori? Gamer Girl says Amori? Amori? Woo! Also, Crace, just for you, baby boy. Just for you, baby boy. Let's see. Let's see what we get out of these. Ooh, okay. Okay, wait a minute. Crace, I opened up the box, and the first thing you get is an Amelia. I know. Yo, my woman, my girl, my wife. Oh no. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the vote is happening now. We are giving you guys, what do you guys think is realistic? 5 minutes, I'll open up a pack, we'll talk a little bit, we'll get ready because we are doing Apothecary Diaries over there as well, ladies and gentlemen. Amori from what I'm saying, but I'll keep up the copium. Keep up the copium. Copium. Let's see the results. Oof. I'm gonna get called in and get the results in just a little bit. All right, let's see what cards we get out of these. Schwartz. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can I do homework? Absolutely. Yeah, no worries. Oh my goodness. What a cutie patootie. Look at these. Oh, these are adorable. More Bayako, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Hey, yo, what is this? This is fucking sick. Wait a minute. Maybe the guy was right to judge me. It's a sparkly ram in a Christmas outfit. Yo, okay. I might be a huge fan. Rem in a yukata? I want to see Ed Amori. I think it would be a solid run. I think either one would be good. Little bit of a crying Emilia? Oh my god. Oh, and I get the Rem too? Yo, am I getting the full set here? What the fuck? All right, I gotta sleeve these bad boys up. And then of course, yeah, who's that? This is sick. Sorry, chat. I really like cards, and you guys already know that. I really like collecting them. I like seeing them. Both would be amazing. You like Ram over Ram? Wow. Emilia Supremacy Pack. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what did you vote for? What do you guys want me to actually analyze? I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Strategically voting for Amori so we get to see Yumi Neko inspirations. Near because of Thigh. Ooh. Okay, so these are rare cards, and this one is a double rare. This one's just a rare. So even in this card game, Ram is more valuable than Rem. That's horrible. Oh, I'm not saying that again. Okay, I can't recall if Nier was the OG or the sequel. I don't know, but all right, I'm giving you just a little bit. Who's Rem? I don't know. These are cute. These are really, really cute. All top four were amazing. I mean, yeah, I'm surprised. I'll be honest with you guys. Oh, ad break starting in just a little bit. It's giving you guys a warning. I am surprised that Disco Elysium didn't win. I'm really, really surprised. I'm shocked. I'm torn apart a little bit that Disco Elysium didn't go all the way to like the top two. I'm very, very shocked. Very, very shocked. Disco never dies, baby. Alrighty. So I believe it's coming to a close now, right? Coffee, advise me if I'm right. And well, as it's coming through, we'll give you guys just a little bit more. Okay, TwitchCon. Let me start off by saying this. I left for TwitchCon on a Sunday, but the night before, and if you guys were here on Twitch and YouTube, you might not know this. Sorry, I haven't gotten my Kane out. I will get my Kane out later. The night before, I lost my passport on Friday before getting on the plane and going to the Netherlands. There was a whole passport saga here where I had left my passport with Esme, my partner, because I had trusted that she would take good care of it. We had placed it in the middle of the table. One night, I come home thinking, oh, I'm going to go ahead and have everything in there. Everything will be fine. It was gone. I tore my house apart. I literally, you guys know I have a bunch of Pokemon stuff back there. I ripped everything out of my closet to try and find this fucking passport. I went to work and tore my office apart thinking, you know what? I might be fucking crazy enough that I put it in one of the hidden contraptions inside of the fucking desk thinking, oh yeah, I'll be able to go to get my passport in there. I went all over. I even brought my mom to my house to help me find my passport. It was wild. Brady, yo, what's up? I was just telling them that we'll be trying to do a panel at TwitchCon San Diego. So, regardless, we searched all over. We literally flipped the entire house upside down. And it was behind, stuck. Sorry, this is all dirty and shit. It was stuck to a mouse pad. It was stuck to a mouse pad. So imagine that. Imagine literally having to go vote, or to go first off, go vote, to go get a, trying to find your passport, and then it just gets stuck in. And then it just gets stuck in your mouse pad. So that already started off the entire thing. When we get on the plane, we start heading on over. I need to tell you guys something. If you guys are going on the plane, take a hygiene. Hygiene. It's not even my mouse pad. It was her mouse pad. Hygiene is extremely, extremely fucking important. Please, if you're going on a plane for more, any time, please make sure that you smell decent, or at least not at all, for anyone around you. There were people there that smell the bad part of the conventions where all the people they're playing card games or whatnot, and it's just or they're playing D&D and they haven't showered in days, or the DDR section, or it reeked. It fucking reeked, brothers. And the thing is, it would come in waves. I am behind these motherfuckers, and I'm over here, covering myself up, trying to breathe like a fucking filter, like it's a Geneva, they're just breaking the Geneva Convention. I'm in the corner here, just you were going to TwitchCon. What'd you expect? It was bad. So if that wasn't bad, if you guys were like, oh, that's not bad, the guy, because it's a 3-person seat. I'm in the corner, Esme's in the middle, and then there was a random guy that had his dog with him. I think he just got broken up with or some shit. He was fucking going through the works, right? He was going, oh, sorry, yo, welcome on in. Guys, give a huge shout out. A huge shout out to the story. Phenomenal, dude. I absolutely adored them. They're incredible individual, incredible streamer. I was actually lurking in the stream earlier. Give them a shout out, ladies and gentlemen. Please, mods, if you guys can, give them a huge ass fucking shout out. But anyway, it's one thing for there to already be a person with extremely bad hygiene on the plane heading to TwitchCon. But then you got this person that's just going through a fucking breakup, has his dog on the plane, right? He has this hoodie on, and he's over here I'm the villain in your story. You don't, wait, hold on. Let me do this right. I'm the villain in your story. You don't even know me. Like, I was there for you. Like, he was Eminemming, monologuing his shit. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm not trying to go ahead and go in. Like, I'm a psychologist, but if I'm off of work, I'm not going to go ahead and be there and try and go ahead and like save him, right? Like, that's not my responsibility. And then, like, he would just put his head down and like talk to the dog. And I get it. That's cute. That, you know, you do you pop off, King. But then he was like, I'm not gonna eat. I'm gonna starve myself. And like he started going like extremely dark. And I'm like, hey, is somebody gonna take care of that dog for you? Like, are you good? Like, there, you know, if there's mental health professionals in the Netherlands, I can connect you with a group of people that I know in the Netherlands. And then the dog's like whining. Okay, so we got a guy going through a breakup behind us. We got people with extremely bad hygiene in front of us. And then behind us, I got these little fucking twerps just ballerina cappuccino, oh! Like these little fucking twerp kids, like saying the most brain rot shit over and over again, and going from ballerina cappuccino. I feel like I learned all the brain rot. Chimpanzini bananini, what is it? Bombadrillo, cocodrillo, and they just kept repeating it over and over again, and I'm going fucking crazy. I'm going so fucking crazy on this plane. But tralalero, tralala. I know, tralalero, tralala. I'm going fucking crazy on this plane, right? By the way, did you guys give a shout out? I hope you guys did. And I'll talk about how I met Astari and some of these incredible individuals, incredible streamers, really. Guys, go give a huge follow to Astari. Go, please do. Let me in. No, yeah. So these little kids are behind, right? They're yelling, they're screaming, they're crying, they're going through it. Guy's going through a breakup, people smell bad. And then we got the people that are doing exercise inside of the plane. And now I'm tripping the fuck out because I'm so used to American planes where it's like, you shut the fuck up, you sit down, you stand up if you got to stretch, right? But you go back down and you sit down for the rest of the plane ride. I got motherfuckers in this plane fucking doing full on athletics, like taking, like, you know, like stretching their legs, throwing high kicks up, like high walking it. I got these old people just like going back and forth, and it's KLM, right? Which is like the Royal Dutch Airlines or whatever. And they're not stopping. They do this for like a full on hour, 2 hours. If you're in the corner seat, you're getting bumped by these people just coming and going. And I'm just like, what is this? Like, what is this? I thought it was going crazy, right? Come to Europe, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Nonetheless, for me, it hit a point of delirium, right? Should have released Evil. I did. I came out. Evil Ed came out for a bit. And for the kids, hold on. Some of you guys are going to judge me for this. I turned around and I said, kids, enjoy it. This is where you guys peak, right? It's all downhill from here. And one of the kids looked at me and he just like got in his chair and like he clicked and he just like I got in trouble with Esme, right? Because I was like, it's all downhill from here, right? And then on the other side, right? The guy going through a breakup. I'm not going to I'm really there for you if you're going through something, right? But if like you're going off the deep end, the only thing that I did for him and like, you know, like looking back and sort of being that like a bro, I guess, is like, hey man, you're like, you know, just a little motivational thing. Wear your crown up high. You'll get through this. Work on yourself, please. Remember, boundaries and respect and communication are going to help you grow in the future. Like, you know, whatever you might have gone through, maybe if you work yourself, like on yourself now, in the future, you guys might have something, right? It took a little bit and the guy was going through it. The guy was going through everything. Anyway, overall, we managed to go and get through it. Phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. What a plane ride. And that's just the passport in the plane getting there. Everything else that followed, whew, after the poll results, it's almost 4 a.m. I'm getting dizzy. Ed, I know I got a lot of random side quests on these planes. No, okay. So, hold on. Yeah, go eat if you need to eat. One of the hostesses or whatever that was going around was really caring. Really caring. I'm not going to take that away from her. But maybe way too overly attentive to this guy. Like, she would ignore, and this was kind of getting to me, right? This was already pissing me off. It's one thing if I'm if you're going around and you're let's say oh, here's your food, you pass it through and then you come to the guy and you ask him, hey, do you want anything? Right? It's another thing for you to let my food get cold as fuck because you're trying to cheer this guy up and you're like, oh, well, I live in a single apartment in The Hague. Oh, your puppy is so cute. Oh, don't worry about it. There's a lot of fun things to do in The Hague. I get it. He was an attractive guy. He was an attractive guy. But you don't fucking need to I'm over here hey, yo, am I going to get my bread and my fucking cheese stick so I can eat something? And I would ask her, I was like, hey, can I, I'll just get it. It's right there. And she's she just stare at me aren't you don't you see I'm trying to help this poor soul? And it's no. I see you're trying to flirt with the guy that's on it. Yeah, it was something else. it was something else. She didn't give a fuck about your. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I was a hungry mess. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have the results. Hold on. Great. Are these results right? Oof. Hold on. Craig, cough me. Are these results correct? Hold on. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's the end votes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the results are in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time. I got sick. Hold on. I got sick, so I gotta sneeze it out. Ladies and gentlemen, 189 of you guys just voted on this. With 52.38% of the votes. A 9-vote difference. A 9-vote difference. The winner is nine votes. Nier Automata has won the long game polls. Nier Automata will be played on Sundays, ladies and gentlemen. With 9 votes, Nier Automata has won over Omori. Here, I wish I could. I know, that's crazy. That's crazy. That surprised me. Yeah, 52.38 versus 47.62% of the vote. That was extremely close. Extremely close. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2 games that we will be playing, the 2 winners are Undertale and Nier Automata, and those will be the games that we will be doing a deep dive on in the weeks to come. I hope you guys are ready. One of the best games ever made. Yeah, Nier's just a tear jerker. Absolutely amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys are both amazing titles. Yeah. Absolutely. Also, if any of my TwitchCon friends are here, let me know. Drop it down in the chat. That way I'm able to go and give you guys a little bit of a shout out here. Shout you guys out. Tell them a little bit about you. who you are, so on and so forth. Those of you guys on YouTube, hey, we're about to get started with Apothecary Diaries. And yes, you guys will be able to watch it. Hold on. Which end? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with that being said, quick little break time. We are an hour in. We're going to take a 1 minute, 2 minute pee break, go to the restroom, grab a drink, grab a snack, and when we come back, we're gonna open up one more of these, and we're gonna jump into Apothecary Diaries, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Quick little be right back. 2 minute break. Ready, set, go.
I hear the whispers, the chatter, the noise, saying we pre-watch like it's some kind of ploy, predicting plots before the ink's even dry. Authors catching up to us, oh my. Psychology's my tool, the mind and behavior my game. Ain't my fault that their intellect same. You think it's all scripted, every move, every frame. Nah, we analyze, strategizing on the name. So here's a big fuck you to the doubters and the haters, to the zero octane crowd with the loud commentators. We call shots in the dark, yeah we missed a few, but mostly we nail it, and that's our breakthrough. So keep your emoji reactors, your simple play-by-play. We're here to dig deep, not just replay. Chatter's been my random show selector, sometimes right, sometimes an error vector, but that's the essence of a genuine try. We take the high road, we aim for the sky. Body defense, sacred, sharp as attack. He's white and handsome, gets no flack. Same analysis, same deep dive, but oh, he's genuine, he seems to thrive. Where's the hate, the cries, he's a fake. Double standards, give me a break. Riding a friend, same creds, sharp as attack. He's white and handsome, gets no flack. Same analysis, same deep dive, but oh, he's genuine, he seems to thrive. Where's the hate, the cries, he's a fake. Double standards, give me a break. Got a legion behind us, creators and voices. From animator VTubers, they've made their choices. Watching for depth, our analysis stands tall. What do the others have? Oh, just a paywall. What do the others have? Oh, just a paywall. We've grown as creators hour by hour, diving deep into each show, every power, breaking down scenes with a keen psych eye, seeing effects unfold, asking how and why. They want the shallow, the screamers, the obvious state, repeating one scene, no debate, no wait, but we're the deep divers, thinkers at heart, critical minds set us apart. Fuck you to the pretenders, the fake affections. Fuck you to biased perceptions. Fuck you thrice to the ignorance in the room. Clear the stage, guitar, consume. So if you crave those shallow takes, go find another station. We're here to offer more, a real foundation. Yeah, fuck you to the small minds that can't see. We're the Psyculturists, in depth, where you ought to be. So if you crave those shallow takes, go find another station. We're here to offer more, a real foundation. Yeah, fuck you to the small minds that can't see. We're the Psyculturists, in depth, where you ought to be.
Test, 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 test. Can you guys hear me? Hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me. Test 1, test 2, test 3. Hi. Welcome on back. Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. I'm happy with the 2. All right, are you guys happy with that? We do have welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We do have the 2 games are Undertale and then Nier Automata that have won. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, where did YouTube chat go? Is YouTube chat not there? YouTube should still be here. I don't know why not. I don't know why they would be gone. Can't stop them from horny, I suppose. No, they're still there. They're still around. Yeah, they're still around. I want to start off by saying, yo, moderators, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. How has it been? I hope that this is an easy journey to do this multi-streaming. A cat just tried to walk on the keyboard. I hope that it's been easy. Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome on back. Yeah, YouTube should have it. Alrighty, guys. I need to do one little thing. Mods, hope that you guys are doing okay. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support and everything that you guys consistently do. Do I read Kick It? I do. I see you. I see it all over the place whenever you guys are chatting. Whenever you guys are chatting. Anyway, hold on. I gotta give a roll. Yes, I do have a bedtime story here. Oh, bleak. I just gotta add one more person here. There we go. Okay. Anyway, can't wait to review the poll. Yeah, you guys can review it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with the Apothecary Diaries in just a little bit. Do I have a sword yet? I wish. So along the way, I got to meet some of you guys, some of you amazing individuals that came to TwitchCon EU. The day before, even throughout it. I want to say it was an absolute pleasure getting to meet you guys. We traveled around every city. We drank with Brady. We got drunk in the canals, driving a little boat for hours, drinking some tall boys, and literally endlessly talking about life and everything all around in the canals there. It was great. It was a fun experience. Drinking and boat driving, right? We ended up doing quite a number of things that were absolutely phenomenal. We got to meet Shido and Kat, absolutely phenomenal individuals. You guys have seen them here in the chat, right? We got to go ahead and spend some time, right? And you guys saw them on the TwitchCon, lives as my little co-host there, with Mini Diamond. Absolutely incredible individual. Literally. Had a blast with him as I lost my voice and he was able to go ahead and do help out accordingly, right? And then I went to a lot of partner stuff. And in the partner party, straight off there, partner party happened. When I get there, it hits me. Most of the American, aspects of things, we're on the same time zone. Which means we might see each other from time to time on, the Twitch page. Oh, God, I'm dying here. What the hell? Oh, God. Welcome on through. Thank you so much, Tyler. Appreciate it. Sorry. I got really sick at TwitchCon, as you guys can tell. Also, for some reason, my anyway, I know. Went to this partner party. Yeah, I chucked on my own spit there. Went to this partner party. And it hit me. I don't know a lot of these European people. I don't know a lot of these Twitch streamers. This is gonna be awkward. Because usually I'm like, with the American side of things, I could like jump in and make friends and be like, hey, what's up? What's your name? How you doing? So on and so forth, right? A partner party is Twitch throws a partner parties for individuals that are partnered or like that meet the requirements that like you're doing really good for whatnot. So you come through and it's like all the people that have a community. They kind of provide free drinks for everyone, food, so on and so forth, and it's a networking type of thing, right? They don't allow plus ones. So if you have a partner, a girlfriend, boyfriend, they're not allowed in. Only the creators are allowed in, right? Creators and crew, which I'll talk a little bit about some of the Twitch crew, not the Twitch staff. There's a difference between the crew of the event and Twitch staff. Twitch staff, phenomenal. Twitch crew, there was some issues at this TwitchCon. Anyway, there I am, right? I'm like, crap, okay, this is a networking party. I don't know a lot of people. People all talk in different languages. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a beer. And I'm like, wait. One of my friends, Comedia, that we raid into a lot, is coming. Okay, let me send her a text. I'm like, hey, yo, where you at? Blah, 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 blah. 15 minutes away. Sure, cool. Okay, now I got to go ahead and beat that social anxiety within myself, right? Of like, okay, there's so many people, so many eyes, because a lot of these people already know each other and they already know what they do, so on and so forth. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take another drink. And as I'm taking another drink, I meet these like individuals that like have an American accent. And I'm like, hey, yo, where are you guys from? They're like, oh, we're from New York. We're from this. We're from that. I just start like, because for me, it's like the instant that I break in, the instant that I can turn on this like social mode, I can become very social, right? So I'm using them as a way to start warming myself up. And I'm like, oh, no way, blah, 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 blah. They're like, yeah, we're going to do the opening ceremony tomorrow morning. We're DJs. And, you know, well, come on over and talk to our DJ crew. They brought in all of their friends that are musicians, phenomenal individuals. They're all fucking gorgeous, by the way. For some weird reason, all of these Twitch DJs and musicians are fucking like you put them on a scale of like 1 to 10, and most of you guys would be like, damn. And guys, girls, everyone in between. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, well, God really hit you with the good looks and with the good talent, right? And personability, which is amazing. Like I was chatting with them. They were like, here, have one of our things. That way you guys are able to go and get close, right? We're all chatting. We're having a good time, so on and so forth. And I get warmed up, right? Warmed up enough that like I'm drinking and I'm still waiting for my friends to come through, right? But now I'm going around and I'm socializing with like as many people as I can. I start shooting the shit with like random people that start coming through. There was this, these girls dressed in like older style clothing, right? And I hear her accent, and just to piss her off a little bit, just a tiny wee bit, right? I hear her Irish accent. I break out like a horrible Scottish accent that I have. And I just start going at it with her, right? A little bit. We start talking about like the silliest shit, back and forth. And she goes by Cake Jumper here on Twitch. Phenomenal individual. We had a blast. Her and her VTuber friends. Absolute blast. I'm all warmed up, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we were just shooting the shit back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then my friends come. So I already met, like, I already started being all social and whatnot. My friends get there, Comedia, right? And of course, she's loud. She's amazing. I fucking love her. And then she brought her Nina, incredible, Rakul from OnlyFangs. Like, we're just hanging out. We're having a good old time. We're laughing, whatnot. Nina finds out I'm a psychologist, right? And Nina is like, kind of like a puppy on crack is the best energy to put it. Where like her attention's like, ooh, squirrel. Then like, you know, she's all over the place. I love her to death. And she was like, well, you know, diagnose me. I'm like, I'm not going to diagnose you. Like, first off, I'm outside of work. I'm not in this work mentality. She's like, diagnose me. I'm not gonna diagnose you. And she's like, what is it? Am I on the spectrum? What is going on? What is my ADHD? Like, she just started going over and over. And so we started laughing about it, right? We become pretty close friends, pretty funny. She starts talking about her partner, her boyfriend, what she does, all of these amazing things. So we just really close in as like a friend group. Amazing. Absolutely adore them. Cool. We're like, we're kind of getting towards the end of the partner party. All right. We're starting to head out a little bit. And we see this girl, and I might be telling the story wrong because I don't even fully remember, but she was kind of shy with another person next to her. So immediately, if you see two people standing on the side, what do you think? They must be friends, right? They must be friends. So I start like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And she has she's absolutely adorable, absolutely very, very kind, and one of them's like, oh, I don't really stream anymore. I'm just here just to see who's around, maybe meet some friends, and then I head on my way. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I thought they were friends, and I'm like, wait, aren't you guys friends? And they're like, no. And I was like, wait, where do you come from? One of them flew in from Japan. And I think she's German. Her name is Angry Al. Absolutely phenomenal streamer. Let me give her a shout out because she became one of our close friends at this. There you go. At this convention for all 3 days, she became a really close friend of ours. Where we were able to interact with her, we were able to have a good time, just joke, so on and so forth. Angry Owl Cat, phenomenal little streamer. She's so shy, she's so nice, she's so kind, and she's just connecting with us. And we're like, hey, but tomorrow we're all gonna meet up. We're gonna take group pictures. We're gonna do all these different things. Hence where the group pictures comes in. Hence where she's a VTuber and she's just amazing to be around with. Connected with all of them, amazing, right? We start heading out, and I'm like, hey, you guys, where are you guys staying at? They're like, Amsterdam. Cool, they leave to Amsterdam. I'm heading on the way back. And then it hits me, wait a minute. Tomorrow, it's already going to be a packed day. There's already so many events going on. And I think I already pissed off Dan. I asked Twitch crew, Twitch staff, and specifically the Twitch CEO a question. And some people don't like it. Some people don't like how outspoken I am. Oh, also, she really came out of her shell and she thought that we were super kind and nice and whatnot. And she might be joining us in our panel. Thank you. Hold on. So I asked the Twitch CEO something. I asked him, hey, why are people that are partners that no longer qualify for partner status allowed to have the badge? Why are they allowed into this partner event? Shouldn't you do something to protect the individuals that still have a community, right? A community that you're trying to go out and protect the VTubers, protect these individuals, because for a fact that the community has a standard for these streamers to not be weird or not be stupid about things and not be whatever. My question was oh yeah, no, we'll get back to it. Never got back to it. And this has been a continuing thing, a continuing question that is being asked to staff, to Twitch staff. What are we doing to ensure that the standards that we're enforcing on individuals are being held? Next day, grand opening ceremony. I didn't go because I was too tired. I woke up late. I drank too much. They announced that affiliate status has gone down and that more people are going to be able to get affiliate status. Cool. But you really want to know the reason why they did it? So that they can profit off of you. Plain and simple. They make it sound like this big achievement, easier pathway for people to get affiliates. To get affiliate status, it's not even that hard on Twitch anymore. Don't get me wrong, it's an accomplishment. But the reason why it's been pushed this way, and the reason why it was lowered, is so that they can run ads on your streams and make money off of it. Plain and simple. Most people viewed it as, yeah, they're doing something for affiliates. The status is coming down. Individual can't say I understand Twitch. No worries, Rebecca Blue. Trust me, I'm almost done with this. But it's one of those things where once you understand the system as to how things work, you take a look as to why they implement certain things, and you're like, you make it, you spin it in a way where it sounds positive for like the grand community, but you really know that it's more of a profiteering based on people's hard work, because their affiliates are going to have a hard time reaching the paid threshold to get paid, right? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much, Luis Carlos, for the follow. Phenomenal time. I have more Twitch stories to tell, but before that, why don't we do some Apothecary Diaries? What do you guys say? So it's like you're being marinated. Yeah. Your mama. Yo, YouTube, are you guys ready to try out some Apothecary Diaries? You can go to bed, Cheeto. No worries. I appreciate you. You can go snooze. What episode? Yeah, what episode are we on? I think we're on episode 3 episodes ago. I say sure. Hold on. I'm trying to see if YouTube pops up for me, because at the moment it's yeah. And now is my time to vanish. No worries. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Jess? How you doing? Okay, so the only difference between the Twitch and Kick version of this and YouTube is YouTube, you're not gonna have any audio. Right? Oh yeah, pre-watched already. I am behind like 3 episodes, right? You will not get the yeah. YouTube, unfortunately, you are not going to get the sound from the show because of the copyright system. But pre-read, YouTube is nerfed. Yeah, YouTube has to get nerfed. But you guys will see and hear and all of these things, and then the fully edited version will come to YouTube at some point in time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hi. Oh my goodness! Wait, hold on. Guys, I have a best friend. Deska, yo, why are you awake? Isn't it like 4 a.m? I fucking love you. You're incredible. Wait, hold on. Chat, mods, give her a huge shout out to Deska. Apparently, we've known each other for like 50 years or something like that. I'm kidding. She was absolutely phenomenal. I met her at the partner mixer thing. Yeah, I couldn't sleep. Dude, yeah, I was about to say, you should probably go to bed. I just told him that I got caught with my Twilight book, my anime waifu cards, and this Pokemon Destined Rivals at the airport, and they like double checked me. It was crazy. But no, you're absolutely phenomenal. I hope that you're having a good night. I hope that you're practicing that self-care. I know, 50 years, even though we're on the younger side, we've known each other for 50 years, and they're absolutely incredible. I felt so bad. Okay, wait, hold on. Before we jump into this, have y'all ever like met someone that you just clicked with, and like you're like, yo, they're fucking amazing. Like they're absolutely incredible. I connected with Deska that way. Absolutely incredible individuals. YouTube Kick. Go follow Deska Gaming, please. And we were in the midst of everything, right? We had like the randomest conversations. Oh, it was phenomenal. We were having like random deep conversations. We were like, hey, if you lost, would you rather lose your memories and everyone remembers you, or everyone forgets you and you get to keep your memories? And I was gonna ask you, like, what do you think makes you you? I had so many questions lined up for you. And then I checked my phone and I have like hundreds of messages of like, hey, we're waiting for you downstairs. Hey, you said that we were going to meet at this time. And like, I promised Deska that I was going to go ahead and respond back to her. Like, cause we were like chatting. We were having a good, like time was flying by. We were having a good old time on top. And I was like, hey, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and like, I asked these questions and I'll answer the same questions, right? I don't think I answered a question, Deska. I honestly think I just kept asking you, like, I just kept asking you like some random like like questions. We were going back and forth, and like I kept asking like follow up questions. But like I'm like, hey, you know what? My friends called me. I gotta go, and I felt really bad because like as I was going, and I'm like, hey, you know what? It was awesome. As I was like dipping down, it just hit me, and I was like, wait a minute. I have all these questions that I kept asking. Yeah. I was just like, and I felt like I didn't answer any of the questions. I set you up, and I like sounds like my time on this stream, Ed, doesn't answer many questions. No, it was great though. Like I absolutely adore her. Guys, go give her a follow. Absolute friend of the channel and friend of mine. Like at this point in time, like out of everyone in that partner mixer, yeah, I connect with a lot of individuals. The Starry Apple, many of the individuals that you've seen come and go. But like Deska and I, like even outside of that, like we sat down outside. We had like a deep ass convo. I mean, you kept trying, but we got fair. By the way, we got to do Minecraft. We got to go on Minecraft one of these days. Like that's a true one. I wish I had a bestie, but my interests are too niche. The same. Also, Otaku, you're not wrong. The same, right? Like anytime we've come on, it's been one of those. No worry, Galarian. I appreciate you. Trust me, I know. That's why I'm scared as to why Deska is up if it's like 426. No, I appreciate you. Man, practice some self-care, Galarian. You're incredible. Absolute pleasure to meet you, man. Oh, yeah, it was one of the most memorable moments of the yeah, same for me. That was sick. That was sick. And then we made a promise. So chat, you gotta keep me up to this promise just for the sake of it. The promise was, and YouTube, you guys can hold me accountable for this. I am going to ruin her sleep schedule, and Deska is going to ruin my sleep schedule. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, keep me up to this promise. I'm sorry. Now we're going to get flooded. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Apothecary Diaries. I think we're on episode number 43. See, I wish I could go to send you. Go, gamer girl. It would be phenomenal. No, please. I'm just getting on the right track. No, we got to ruin it nice and early, 19. I'm following the one that we usually stick with. To be fair, to be fair, you should be sleeping. To be fair, why aren't you in bed? Why aren't you in bed? To be fair. That's just to be fair. 43. Okay, 43, yes. Nice. Good morning, Amethyst. Guy, welcome on in. Okay, so we have a couple, well, just to announce it in case you're new on YouTube, Kick or whatnot. The two games that won that we will be analyzing going forward is Undertale and Nier Automata. You're in Virginia. It'll be in October. It'll be in October. Undertale and Nier Automata. Undertales will be Friday. Nier Automata will be on Sundays, ladies and gentlemen. And then we do have Apothecary Fridays until that ends. And we also have Makain, Too Many Losing Heroines. This is why you watch the streams in bed. Alrighty. Who is calling me? Brother. Hold on. I know I get sidetracked. Oh, okay. We're good. Your mama. No, chat. We're not going there. Also, I need to show you guys my collection of books. Hold on. Last question here. I don't know if Deska's still here. I hope she's not. I hope you guys aren't. Do you judge a person based on the books that they read? Only question I'm going to go and throw out there. Do you judge a person based on the books that they read? Yes, a bit. I judge them if they don't read any books. No, only if they read some really weird shit. Okay. Most people don't read at all. Totally, but not necessarily in a bad way. So, you guys know I read all types of articles, journals, whatnot. Like, we've done them here on stream, whatnot. I recently have gone into a kick into going into books that I didn't even give a chance to when I was like a teenager, because I'm a teenager. Yeah. Why am I really liking the Twilight series? Now hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. What the hold on. It's a good series. Wait a minute. Let me make my argument here. Hold on. Let me make my argument here. It's not bad. It's not bad. To be fair, I've been told the books were better than the movie. Is Twilight real? I've read far worse. I read them as a teenager and had no clue how problem. Yeah, I mean, it is a problematic relationship. There's a couple things in there. Okay, never mind. I'm judging. Okay, it can't be worse than getting judged for this, brother, or having like a random book that you shouldn't have in your thing. Your mom liked the movies. Oh crap. I only read manga. I can't read normal books with my attention span. No worries. I mean, some of us won't have that, right? Have you read Metro 2023? But like, how many of you guys like? Because it comes into a point, right? Like, there's been a couple books that I can highly recommend, and I will recommend them right here, right now, even to YouTube and to those of you guys still on here. That's not like any of these. The first one is Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits, phenomenal book. If you guys really want to start working on your self-care and really want to start working on like knowing why small little actions, small little habits start impacting your long-term ability to change and how you're able to go ahead and start referencing yourself for future aspects of things. Cool. That's one book. Another book that I would highly recommend, and especially you guys know I'm a director in the company that I work for. Not Atomic Cabbage, Atomic Habits. Another book that I would really, really recommend is what is it? I think it's like True Leaders Eat Last, right? And it simply talks about the difference between being in a proactive leadership mentality, right? Of like being there for others while at the same time putting yourself in your goals, and not having that like cognitive distortion between, hey, this is what I can do to be there for others, right? I.e. in a work environment and social settings versus, hey, you know what? These are my goals, right? Because oftentimes people will either choose their goals and at the same time ignore others, or so vice versa, right? There's like a weird imbalance that happens in a work environment like that. So absolutely phenomenal inside of that. Check those books out. Phenomenal books. There's a couple more others out there that I would recommend, but those two books for self-help, phenomenal. Blind Sight by Peter Watts. If you haven't read it, you're not reading enough, right? Please read at least one book a year if you have to. Keep your literacy rates high. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give me a hell yeah. We're about to get started. We're about to get started. I say an hour and 33 minutes into stream. Jesus Christ. You guys make me fucking yap. Hell yeah. Subtitle. Yeah, manga. Read manga. Read any, like, light novels. Light novels are phenomenal. If you're reading ReZero, the light novel, king. If you're reading Mushoku Tensei, the light novel, king. If you're fucking watching Monogatari and reading the subtitles and keeping up with it, king behavior. You know, all of that stuff. Keep it up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, give me a hell yeah. We're about to get started. Let's go right into Apothecary Diaries. I know I yap a lot. We haven't even played a game. It's literally been just yapping and talking about my best friend for 50 years and all the individuals that we met along the way. Hell yeah. Why don't we start off by saying, and YouTube, you guys get to say hi to YouTube as well, because some other people out there may not, or NKick, may not watch the stream until way later. So why don't we go and say, hi, YouTube. Welcome on in. Hey, it's been 3 weeks. I haven't seen Apothecary Diaries in 3 weeks. We have 3 episodes to get through. I'm interested. I'm scared. I'm excited. Where's this gonna go? Are we gonna get more instances of like Apothecary Diaries setting this up, like setting up, set up, or are we actually going to get payoff? And there's a lot of questions that are ruminating through my mind, and especially as I was like as I was away, my mind kept circulating around like Shisui and Lulin, and specifically like a person in their position. How do they come to be? Those behaviors that she exhibits, why do they come to be? Jason, thanks so much for the resub. And it just keeps coming back into a systems theory and a family systems theory. And it's making me wonder 101 questions, but I don't want to go ahead and stall. I'll go ahead and throw it out there. And then we'll jump right into it. We'll jump into the discussion elements. Are you guys ready? Set. If you guys are on... Let me double check because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube and get a copyright strike immediately. Yeah, if you guys are on YouTube, unfortunately, you will not be getting the audio for this. I hate to just throw it that way. You guys are not going to get the audio for this, but Twitch will. Welcome on through. We will be doing multi streams, whatever this is, to YouTube, whatnot, on the same days that we stream, same time. So if you're on YouTube, you guys can check it out there. With that being said, let's go right into it, shall we? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, here we go. All right, can you guys hear it on Twitch? It's a bit quiet. Hold on. Hold on. Question for you guys, and this seems out of whack, out of control. I know we're just getting started and we're already jumping into this. Let's talk a little bit about masking, and it makes me even go further. And this is going to sound silly, and I know it's going to sound immediately silly when we're looking at the mask that they're wearing. Aside from it being like, and I guess I'll ask this again, right? The first question being, number one, what mask do you wear, right? If we're going to go off of this, like, what is, like, if we were to label, and you were to label this, what mask are you consistently wearing, and why did you have to form these masks, right? I.e. for Jinshi here, we know his true identity versus the role he has to play, which is a mask inside of itself. But where is the true Jinshi? Is it the prince, or is it the mask of this eunuch that he has to play, or is it somewhere in between, right? Right off an anime opening. Same thing for us streamers, even for Deska here, right? Which is, if we're going to go off of that, like, where is the true mask that we play? Is it the streamer mentality where we're being watched live, right? Is it the individuals that are off stream when we go to work, when we're with friends? Where does the mask come through? And even past that, this is going to be silly. Why is the mask this color, right? There's specific elements of mask that come through with it. And it's like, why do you shape the mask the same way that it is, right? Foxes are known to be curious, playful creatures. And I know in Japan, they have a specific meaning behind it. So I'll throw that out to you guys. And first question is, what mask do you wear, and why do you wear the mask that you wear, right? I'll be very frank with you guys. I wear the mask. I've learned to shape the mask that I wear out of a defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism to fit in with society, right? To be able to go ahead and fit in with individuals as best as they can, right? I've learned to intellectualize when I'm with other psychologists and therapists, right? Because people really, especially for some reason, psychologists and therapists really like to believe that they talk in higher level vocabulary and don't talk at the level that of the community that they're serving at. And it's unfortunate, right? I mask whenever I'm with my parents because I know for a fact I can't say everything I normally say. Otherwise, they'd be like, "What the fuck?" Right? I mask as a streamer because I know that there's certain elements that like again you can and can't say, you can and can't do without being judged, societal norms, 101 things. So why do you mask? What has taught you how to mask? And for me, judgment, right? Customer service, anime girl, exactly. Customer service and different masks for home. But where lies the real you? Where lies the real you in all of this? Mm-mm. Wear a mask to avoid TOS. Essentially, otaku. Yeah, 100%. Some people, I learned to mask to avoid criticism. Yeah, 100%. So from that comes even like, for example, this aspect of the color that Jinshi is wearing. Is that significant? Definitely defense mechanism. Though to me, masking doesn't. No, it's not bad. It becomes an issue when coping mechanisms outgrow and the purpose. So here's the thing, right? And I agree with you, and I'm also going to challenge your thought pattern here, Disco, which is phenomenal inside of this. And I love the fact that you're going in deep with this, right? Masking and even self-destructive behavior. I hate to put it this way because that's you'll hear like harm reduction behavior, which is true. But let's talk about masking first. When it comes to defense mechanisms inside of themselves, right? It's not a bad thing. The fact that we mask is perfectly normal. And I'm going to say that out loud. It is perfectly normal that you mask. What isn't normal is when you start code switching without realizing its intent behind it and doing it in order to get something like that, like malicious out of it, right? Manipulative out of it. It's really bad when all of a sudden you have to mask for your own safety. When it's like disruptive towards your everyday defense mechanism or everyday routine. Where all of a sudden you're tired, but you're still masking because that's the only thing that you know how to do and you're afraid to be vulnerable. At that point in time, masking becomes a danger. And I've seen too many people mask their pain away, and ultimately that leads to some very, trauma masking can be a real big problem. And it's scary. It is terrifying to be vulnerable. Hence why we create masks. Hence why sometimes those masks have little cracks and they keep getting bigger and bigger. And then when people see through that, we get really scared and we try and cover it up and we're like, no one's going to go ahead and see it. So masking can be terrifying. So are the colors in Jinshi's mask for a reason? Sorry if that kind of touched on an element, but even past that, let's just take it away past that, right? When did you first start masking? And it's usually when you're a kid, right? So did you find it weird then? Or if there are some things in your mask that you wish to change, what would you change? What would Jinshi want to change, right? I've been doing that all week and I have to stop myself from crying. My mom cries and I need to be strong for her No, and sometimes we have to be we have to be strong for others around us, and that's a mask that in of itself. Masking for discipline, yeah. So for Jinshi, that same element comes out, and we know for a fact that he has childhood trauma. He's experienced 1,001 things, so there is elements of like masking having to be required, aside from the roles being like of the roles that he's having to take on. So this aspect of a red mask, fox mask, playful mask that he has on, it's making me wonder, is this purposeful, right? Is this an element that maybe, I don't know, the mask and the colors are actually supposed to give us a bigger hint for an overall layers that are there? Also, real quick fun fact, there's a lot of studies out there that, did you know, I'm gonna throw this out there, if you are a neurospicy individual, by neurospicy I don't mean like you know how to dance salsa, which if you do, I'm a phenomenal dancer. I'm actually trained in salsa dancing, but that the point aside, if you're a neurospicy individual, oftentimes masking is how you've learned to cope with the world. Because unfortunately, the world around you has been more than just judgmental to the normal personnel. So it's become a secondary nature for a lot of individuals that are on my neurospicy side to wear a mask and then quickly be able to go ahead and take that off and be a-okay. Right? ADHD baby. Didn't she have the who am I crisis of self because of the mask? He has not the regular. His maid has to grow up quickly because of nobility. Yeah, I mean, imagine being put in an aspect of nobility and having to play like different roles, right? Altogether. Am neurospicy, can confirm. I mask all the time. So if you are neurospicy, if you are neurodivergent, if you are on the spectrum, have ADHD or autism, here's my question for you. When your social battery runs low and you have, and this goes out to everyone really, and you have to mask, what does that feel like? Are you a-okay and perfectly able to go ahead and mask? Or is it like absolutely soul draining for you? God, I'm getting over this like TwitchCon flu or whatever. Hold on. I'm going to blow my nose real quick. Soul draining for you. So anyway, let's keep going. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, Twitch. I come back. I literally take a 1 week, 2 week break, and I come back and we're only a couple seconds into the opening, and I'm already asking questions like this. Welcome to the stream. In case you guys haven't been here, and this is your first stream, and kick. We literally can go hours and hours on end just talking about that. I don't have an official diagnosis, but I'm sure I'm an intensive ADHD. Oh, well, I hope that you're able to get that diagnosis, and even if not, if you're already coping with the world around you, more power to you on that. So we know what you're all about. So anyway, the main questions that I had were revolving around that, but also the colors pertaining to the mask. It kind of, because I know at the end of the OP, it changes into different colors. We'll keep watching. Hold on, chat. I hate to keep doing this. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay. Unfortunately, YouTube, I don't have a scene set up for you guys for this. So let's take a look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs in this. In case you guys are wondering, I'm talking about this particular element, right? So I don't know for you guys, but for me, this highlights a lot of things. You're telling me that these two individuals, right, which you already know to be Shizui and her father, have masks, but the woman doesn't. Is this a family dynamic? And if it is, where are they at in the pyramid of needs, right? If they are in this, where are they at? That's how you know it just got real. Maslow's hierarchy. Where are they at in Maslow's hierarchy of needs? If the main fact of this ends up being that they have to go ahead and put on a mask, right? And if we're making the assumption here, right, that this is a family dynamic element, where are they in this pyramid? Where are, by R is like, where are they having the most difficulties, right? We can have different elements. You don't have to be missing all of them. We can, like, we can have elements here and there. Where are they at in this pyramid? Ladies and gentlemen, time to math. Good to be back. No, it's great to be back, right? Where would you guys put them at? For me, you theorize red because of the, yeah. It's kind of funny in a way. But like some of the instances and some of the stuff that we're seeing different. Like first off, family, right? First off, we already know that for Shizui and some of the stuff that are Lulan, some of the stuff that has been coming out of her character, there's some issues with sexual intimacy, and not in the regards of like actually being able to get the deed done, but in the regards of like not everything is as it seems to be, right? Then comes in the next one. Is there security of the family or not? And even past that, do you guys really think that this was a healthy family dynamic, or has it been toxic where expectations have been put on you to act and be a certain way and maybe fit the mold of the mask that is being set here for Shizui or Lulan, the girl with the mask in the corner here, from whatever the family expectations might be, i.e., I have a weird aspect, a weird, like, heck no, toxic all the way, a weird aspect of thinking where it's like, for example, I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to ask a question for you guys. What is one thing, and we're going to go in deep, and I know it's just the OP. What is one thing that you wish your parents had done different? What is one thing that you wish your family had done differently for you that would have made a difference in your life? When I think about that question, and then that's been a question that's been coming up since not be abusive, that's a huge one. That's huge, man. Because that could definitely shape a big aspect of story. Get divorced? Sure, that could have been a completely different turnout for you, right? Showed interest in my interest. Huge dragon pulp. Absolutely. Like parents that are actually there and caring for you, right? In that regard, held you out of kindergarten. Like, what is that one thing that you wish your parents would have done for you? And if they didn't meet those requirements, are they now meeting those requirements for you? Or are they not? And parents or family, right? Either or, take that as it is. And if they're not, and I hate to use the stereotypical therapist question, but how does that make you feel? If you say, hey, you know what? That actually kind of triggers something in me in some capacity. Not having made empty promises along the way. Yeah. Get me that CPTSD for real, for real. I wish they monitored more your screen time. Sure. And all of us have different elements that we have certain wishes or, wants or desires that our parents, the family would have done. But how did their interest or uninterest or, the good and or bad influence the way that you are? I'll share this. Does it sound weird? And for some people, it's going to be fucking crazy, right? I grew up in a martial arts family. I may not look this way, but I've been in professional fights. I train professional UFC fighters into how to fight. My family owns a whole dojo, a whole gym of mixed martial arts, right? This didn't just magically pop up. It's been a generational thing where it's come from my great-great-grandfather, down to my great-grandfather, down to my grandfather, down to my dad, and now down to us, right? Where we've learned a whole bunch of different martial arts together, so on and so forth. Growing up, since I was 2.5, 3 years old, my dad would have us every single day after school learning how to fight, right? And this would mean fighting people that are significantly older, heavier, skinnier, wide ranges that you might think, so that you know how to take a punch and you know how to take a kick. When you turn 18 in my household, right, the only way that we would be able to go ahead and notify that we're ready for, I guess, being out and about and out on our own is literally I have 2 older brothers. One of them is an agent, Border Patrol agent. The other one was in the military. Both of them know how to fight. Both of them have been teachers as well in the martial arts schools. 1,001 things is being able to defend ourselves against one another, even through our 15, 16, 17 years of martial arts. For some people, seeing people go at it really, really hard to the point that you might be bleeding, you might have a broken rib or so on and so forth from a kick, might be abusive. But some households can standardize it and have standardized it through ritualistic traditional behaviors or whatever you may call it into normalcy. From the outside looking in, you might be like, wait a minute, that's going too far. But through a cultural perspective, you might be like, that's a rite of passage. So I share this story. What are you doing? What do you do to represent it as the answer? Yeah. So I'm gonna throw this out to you guys. Is it normal, the amount of interaction that your family had with you in a positive and or negative way, or was it out of line? And if it was out of line, especially now that you guys are adults or teenagers or whatever, looking into this, why do you think it got to that point? I know we're asking deep questions, but I'm looking at this like this right here, and it's making me wonder. For Lulin, for Shizui, the mask, she's wearing different masks, and we get to see different sides of her. But was this formed because of the role that she has to play, or was this formed out of an early childhood trauma? The same way that a lot of us with early childhood trauma learn to mask and learn to go ahead and, act differently now as adults. Thick boys deliver the most solid KOs. We believe you. Yeah, exactly, Haunted. My dad lifted a chair over his head and acted like he was. Since I haven't noticed, are all masks shown? Some have it, some don't. Some have it, some don't. Anyway. Why do I have a feeling I'm not going to like this girl? Why do I have a feeling that this girl with the nails, I'm just going to fucking hate her? Like, literally, like, I guess plants, whatnot, being ripped apart, being torn into a whole different animation sequence in here. I don't know. I already have a pre-bias. It's been an absolutely phenomenal stream. I hope you guys practice some self-care, ladies and gentlemen. Does this have to do with the royal bloodline? It just all clicked. It just all fucking clicked. I'm sorry. I looked at this and then it was like, wait a minute. Red, green. We know that the royal fucking bloodline should have some type of color blindness inside of this, right? The mask instances here. He is a pretty guy, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like Jinshi, I can tell why everyone falls for them. Also, real quick, YouTube, I want to make sure that you guys couldn't hear that. Because I don't want to get copyright struck. What's the fine line between abuse and a justified smack on the backside? You want the real answer? You should never lay your hands on a kid. That's just pretty much it. Here's the question where it comes in, right? Yeah, when it comes in, would you hit an elderly patient, say 80 years old, 90 years old, because they have a tantrum? Thank you, Gungun. Music was muted. Okay, good, Rubber Room. A lot of people would say, no, absolutely not. I know, La Chancla. I know, a lot of us got hit. But that's because, unfortunately, people haven't learned how to communicate with their kids. Right? Unfortunately, a lot of individuals haven't learned how to properly discipline their kids without resorting to physical action. There are 101 ways out there. And by the way, being a parent is one of the hardest jobs in the world. 100%. I'm not a parent. I am not a parent. Right? The entire episode, Blade Dragon, will be muted on YouTube, unfortunately, because you don't know, one little thing in the show will get it fucking copyright struck. Being a parent is probably one of the toughest jobs in the world. It doesn't really come with instruction manuals. However, you should know, like, that you wouldn't treat others that way. And if you would hit somebody else, why? Right? Where is this coming from? Why is that coming in any way, shape, or form? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's just one of those things where there needs to be more education that is happening and consistently happening about discussions of how to be a better parent and how to not resort immediately to like spanking or anything like that. There's other ways, other forms of disciplines. One of the greatest forms of disciplines that I've actually encouraged for a lot of parents out there is, hey, if your kids are really addicted to their phones, you can literally control your Wi-Fi. Okay, they don't want to listen to you. They're on their phones all day. Lock away the internet. And so they're able to go ahead and calm down. Oh, they keep going? Cool. They're not getting any more internet access. You have other ways of literally being able to go ahead and divert attention into a more reasonable reaction. Should young kids even have phones? Unfortunately, phones are becoming blankets, security blankets. You know how some of us have like little blankies or little stuffed animals that like we really care for and we hug deep, whatnot, like older generations, I guess. Well, nowadays, and there were studies run where kids are finding that their phones and tablets and iPads are becoming those security blankets for them. Yep. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I believe there is an ad running. So we're going to take a little tiny one minute break. And when we come back, we're continuing on with the rest of the Apothecary Diaries here. Quick little break. Be right back.
Start with the basics, gotta stay alive. Food, water, sleep, it's how we survive. Got a roof overhead, a place to call my own. Feeling safe and sound, now I'm not alone. Climbing up the ladder, one step at a time. From the ground to the sky, gotta reach for the divine. Physiological to self-esteem. Maslow's pyramid is the path to my dream. Now I'm feeling safer, secure is key. No more looking over my shoulder, I'm free. Moving up to love, friends and family near. Connections grow stronger, I hold them so dear. Climbing up the ladder, one step at a time. From the ground to the sky, gonna reach for the divine. Physiological to self-esteem. Maslow's pyramid is the path to my dreams. Next is respect, confidence and pride. Knowing my worth, I'm strong inside. But I'm not done yet, there's more to achieve. Self-actualization is what I believe. Next is my purpose, living authentically. Creativity flows, setting my spirit free. Helping others grow, it's not just about me. Together we climb, higher we'll be. Climbing up the ladder, one step at a time. From the take the journey, rise up.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Cheers. I got myself. It's not a Skoomkopa or a Heineken. It's a Michelob Ultra. Anyway, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that. Let's continue, yeah? I've been gone for 3 weeks. I don't know how this is going to evolve. Green seems like an odd... You were saying... I don't know how this is going to evolve, but I'm assuming the plot line is going to be something along those lines, right? I'm really surprised that, like, Lacan hasn't, like, lost his shit and has, like, come through with the plan already to save Mao Mao. Like, I'm surprised that he's not, like, threatening Jinshi in some ways where it doesn't seem like a threat, but it really is, where it's like, Jinshi, you could drop. You can, like, we need to come together. We need to do something. Like, Jinshi, we need to take a move now. Like, I am, ooh. Yo, Stanley, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Exactly, right. I love it when plot threads come together. The color again. Andy, the color again. Yes. Oof. Okay. Oh. I feel like even subconsciously, Mama's relationship with Jinshi just keeps getting closer and closer, right? Yes, we all have the excuse that we don't want to go ahead and make Jinshi mad. Don't get me wrong, right? In any capacity. But even unconsciously, the propinquity levels, propinquity being, how we attach to people, keeps going higher and higher because ultimately they've allowed forms of vulnerability even though she tries to push away time and time again. Brushing hair in China scores super high in propinquity. But I'm surprised that... This is going to sound weird. I'm surprised that we keep seeing Shizui. And I'm wondering when Lulan's going to pop up. Some of you guys might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? There are people who can literally put on their mask and it's like a completely different person. So it makes me wonder, is Lulan, the mask of Lulan specifically, a defense mechanism? Or is the mask of Shizui this childlike soft defense mechanism? Wait, let's flip that and reverse it. Is Shizui the defense mechanism and Lulan the mask? I am so interested in this. Don't get me wrong, we can all wear different masks. We can all do 1,001 things in here. about this. Wait, what happened? I don't even know what happened. We're gonna have to wait and see. I legit don't know. Because the more I look at this, right, the more I'm like very interested about like how did this come to be? Because if Lulan is a mask that was being formed, say, to please the emperor or whatever, meet the emperor's qualifications, then Shizui came out as this playful side, but that's too quick of a turnaround unless if this is something that's been established since childhood with abusive patterns of neglect or abuse or physical abuse or whatever, where all of a sudden, just like individuals with multiple or dissociative identity disorders, but just identity disorders in general, form different personas to deal with the stressors of their environment, where like, let's say in this aspect, you're dealing with like, oh, this is sad ed. On this day, if you're like these people, you're dealing with happy ed. And then like, let's say that all of a sudden you come to the gym and you're dealing with like trainer ed. You're wearing with different forms of like a personality, right? So it's making me wonder, how was this formed? And if this was formed because of the emperor, is that just a quick role that she had to play and not necessarily a mask? But if it was formed earlier, then was it formed out of trauma? Trauma. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I keep. Hmm. Sorry, chat. Not the prettiest sounds. Hmm. You're right, Haunted. Hmm. Hmm. So is Mama read to the people? Yeah, good question, Jay the Man. Good question. The fact that she's read. Yeah, what would the courtesans use it for? Well, we know it's probably being used for abortions. For me, matter of fact, right? Courtesans, they were very limited in what they could use. So anything and everything, right? Hi, welcome in, Cody. Is it tasty? Mm. For me, this seems like wearing the mask and whatnot seems like a big renewal aspects of thing. Like there's some traditions and some elements, and even nowadays in therapy, where sometimes we do mask play therapy or mask elements, especially with kids and like any form of like um, theater or play therapy thing, where you're able to go ahead and showcase trauma or story or something through a mask, right? Because kids can really showcase a lot of their what they're going through by masking it, right? So, for example, in Gestaltian methods, we have the empty chair technique, where it's like, hey, you know what? If the person that really traumatized you, if there's an empty chair in front of you, I want you to really visualize the person being there, so on and so forth, and you can have like 101 things guiding them through it, right? um but when it comes to this in particular, like even with kids, we've had them wear masks and stuff or create their own mask about, oh, I did that before and I punched the chair. Which comes into the elements, right? Like, is that like, first off, was that cathartic for you? Did that help? But when it came to kids, they'll put on a mask, right? And they'll act out these roles as to like, what was happening and so on and so forth. And you as a counselor, as a psychologist, therapist, whatever it was, you're able to go ahead and take away a lot more elements as to what was happening in there. So as the session finished, what do you guys think that a lot of these kids did, or an online image? Yeah, a lot of these kids did with the mask, or a lot of these kids were instructed to do with the mask. What do you guys think? A lot of these kids ended up throwing the mask away, right? Not allowing that mask to be a part of who they are. Unless, of course, you're trying to use it in a positive manner. But a lot of times, whenever you're doing these reflections to explore different elements of like trauma, self, whatnot, maybe even like, hey, what's really going on at home, what's been happening, so on and so forth, they'll put on the mask of the dad and they'll start yelling at things, or the mask of the mom, and be the like yell loud and be like, get over here. Like I've seen little kids as young as like 2 3 years old, 4 years old, right, that will be like, okay, and like they'll be like, yeah, 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 because that's all they see and hear and experience at home. And it's wild, it's crazy that once you start to see the power that a mask can have, and masking can have, to share a story, narrative stories, or 101 things, yeah, they mimic what they see in adults, and it's a lot easier for individuals to like play out their emotions thinking that they're playing a game or wearing a mask and stuff like this. So whenever I'm looking at these masks and ceremonies and stuff, granted, I'm not an expert in which you perform Japanese ceremonies and then or Chinese ceremonies. I'm just going off of like what's been done for play therapy aspects for groups, in adults and kids. There's layers to it, essentially, is what I'm trying to. I used a mask to interact the world when I was 5. Yeah, yeah. As masking why so many people are the best artists. Yeah, a lot of individuals are traumatized. A lot of artists and creators and whatnot have gotten through some sort of trauma to be able to go out and draw from that to create their works, right? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. you know, or would using. I mean, so then could they say that? Could they say that they are a part of like the like you know royal bloodline in that selection, if they have trouble differentiating between the colors, right? Because that's sort of what the royal mother had, and even past that, ooh, ooh, if this is a village of that, are they of yeah? Are they of royal blood? Wait, wait. Too many claims to the throne. What? If you're buying. To be fair, everything to Mama is edible. Like Mama will find a way to make fucking anything edible. You throw in a scorpion, she'll find a way to make like scorpion skewers, right? Throw in like insects and beetles and tarantulas, just she'll make some food out of that. Throw in some like I don't know, throw in some toads and snakes and whatnot. She'll make food out of anything. She'll make fruit out of anything. Yeah. Have you guys ever eaten a grasshopper? Wait a minute. Have you guys ever eaten a grasshopper? No. Not a grasshopper. No. No bugs. Ew. Yeah, it's not bone. She's we spit locust versus grasshopper. Chocolate covered? No, and I like to keep it. I feel like I'm the weird guy that's tasted like everything at least once, right? Like mine was with sugar. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, and you won't eat bugs. Well, I mean, it's very common. It's very common in Mexican tradition to have like scorpions mixed in with like candy, right? Like um, or like a worm in tequila, or scorpions in tequila, or grasshoppers covered in chili and lime, or 1,001 things, right? In that aspect, doesn't really. It's just crunchy. It doesn't really taste anything in that regard. No bugs for you. You're veg. Yeah, 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 yeah. You cooked more bugs. You wish more bugs. Yeah, were common. Mm. So, what is the structure of the city, though? Like, who runs this deep hidden city that everyone's going through? And what does the power structure represent inside of this? For them to try and hide away from, like, I guess the empire in general. Hmm. Who's better with kids? Shizui or Mau Mau? Chat. Sorry. Random question here. Who's better with kids, Shizui or Mau Mau? Both good in different ways. Like if you had kids and you had to leave them with one or the other, who would it be and why? Bigger. Welcome on in. Shizui, silly nerd. Shizui is better with the kids in your opinions? I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if I were to leave my kids with Mau Mau, she might get weird with like, oh, this is medicine. And this is, this is what I do. You want to help me collect a bunch of different plants and stuff, and this one's that. Like, I feel like Mau Mau would like educate in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like Shizui would just run wild and give them so much like candy and whatnot that they just end up like passed out, like foam in their mouth, just like with the whole on sugar rush, poisoned out of their mind, just like sugar, like in comparison to Mama, where they're getting a full on education out of it, right? And tried learning a while back. Let's draw mushrooms. Yeah, exactly. Mama would be more like, let's draw mushrooms. Let's go ahead and collect the plants that I need. And Shizui, on the other hand, would be like, oh, that seems like fun. Oh, man. Oh. Never mind. Hmm. Burn the mask. Burn the. Oh, thank you so much, Andrian. I appreciate it. Yippee, thanks so much for the follow. Hmm. Damn. Yeah, how mature? My God. That's a good shot. Oh. Are we about to go into Trauma City here? Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, we're halfway through and the music hits and the mask falls into the water instead of burning up properly, right? And we're getting this big old aspect of reflection that a lot of movies and whatnot like to use to go ahead and talk about how like change and whatnot. If fire was supposed to represent a symbol of like clarity and like, you know, wishes and whatnot, and it comes out and it actually falls through it. Ooh. Burn or drown. Yeah. Mm. What is your relationship? Yeah, what's the actual relationship between Surin and Shizui? Yeah, because the way that she comes in and says like I'm home, right? Their little interactions and whatnot, it makes me question the relationships a little bit further into like it's not like strangers or just like little acquaintances. It's deeper than that, right? It's like a family type, right? Mm. Nechan, yeah. Mm. Oh no. The hyperfixation. Is she sweating not necessarily because of Mau Mau's questions? Sorry, this is gonna seem fucking random. I know it looks off topic, but it's not. But I've seen people get really angsty, not because people are in their personal space, but because of past trauma. Like, mm, looks like anime logic to you. Isn't sweating just, but is it? Especially in the Apothecary Diaries, right? It makes me, I don't know. Is this a comedy beat? Is it, or is there more to it? Oh, the snake fear, like the snake fear. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh no, Mal Mal. Mm. Mm. Oh. Oh. Yeah, how to keep Mama hostage? Just give her a book. Mm. Why would Mama escape when she can sit around and with plants? Yeah. Wife Shizui taking care of. Yeah, exactly. Mm. Mama, oh no. Yo, why do these kind of look like some insane fancy chopsticks? I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at. Maybe it's because I'm hungry. Maybe it's because I'm hungry. I'm looking at them. And I'm like, hey, yo, these look like some phenomenal little like, sorry, hairpins. Yes, hairpins. Mhm. She's marking her. You know, it does look like it, right, Leochi? Yeah, they're clearly hairpins, mate. Clearly. She has a wild hairpin like collection going on. What? Well, did I just read that right? Stop. Stop. Oh no. Oh no. How horrible is your mom? How horrible is your mom? Otherwise, I get hot water thrown on me? Stop. When you don't, when the trauma's so deep you don't realize it, stop. It makes me wonder, like, is she a completely different person with her mom than she is with like Mama? Like, does she code switch or does she wear a mask and everything altogether? Yeah, family dynamics. So there was trauma. Yeah. Mm. That's an awesome village, though. I'm not gonna lie. Mm. Alrighty, guys. We're going into a quick little ad break here. Quick little 1 minute break. Sorry, it is what it is. All right, quick little BRB. We'll be right back.
Start with the basics, gotta stay alive. Food, water, sleep, it's how we survive. Got a roof overhead, a place to call my own. Feeling safe and sound, now I'm not alone. Climbing up the ladder, one step at a time. From the ground to the sky, gotta reach for the divine. Physiological to self-esteem. Maslow's pyramid is the path to my dream. Now I'm feeling safer, secure is key. No more looking over my shoulder, I'm free. Moving up to love, friends and family near. Connections grow stronger, I hold them so dear. Climbing up the ladder, one step at a time. From the ground to the sky, gonna reach for the divine. Physiological to self-esteem. Maslow's pyramid is the path to my dreams. Next is respect, confidence and pride. Knowing my worth, I'm strong inside. But I'm not done yet, there's more to achieve. Self-actualization is what I believe. Next is my purpose, living authentically. Creativity flows, setting my...
I think we're back, right? Sorry. That was just a little one. That was just a small one there. Let's keep going. Sorry. All right. Let's keep going, chat. Oh. What if there's more? What if there's some hidden shit out there? Like some type of chemical or something that's affecting the way that crops grow, i.e., anything and or everything that they're trying to go ahead and keep away from the village makes it a lot easier to store in a storehouse like that, and it affects the growth of crops. Yo, thanks so much for the follow, Mosma. Appreciate it. Hmm. This kid. Stop. Stop. It'll affect it. Hmm. Well, I guess you can use the rats for testing stuff, yeah. Oh. Mau Mau. Stop! Don't tell me that there were actually like metal pipes for riflings for rifles and shit out there. No. Unless it's a beaker. I feel like we don't even gotta go. I don't even gotta like invest that much into it. It's already there. It's already there. It's already there. Well, the beaker goes out the window. Hmm. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know, Mal Mal. I don't think you're a solid snake here, but I really think that you should get a cardboard box and just get in there and forget about the world. God. Oh, great. Ugh. What? You want to fucking fight? I believe in gender equality. Let's go, you old hag. I'll take you on. I'm looking at her and I'm like, ooh, ooh. I know you got a sword, but ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm about to start throwing hand like buena que. And if you think like toxica is bad, this is worse. Wow. But how'd you know? How'd she know? Otherwise, she would have just ripped a perfectly good thing. Equal rights, equal fights. These ads are rated E for everyone. No, is that the end of the episode? No! God. No. That was so good. I'm going to open up another one of these because it was so good. YouTube, I'm sorry you guys can't get anime audio, but at least you guys are getting like a real-time reaction to the show. So, give and take, right? And kick too. Real-time reactions on here. Hell yeah. Hey, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, phenomenal episode as always. I really do think that, like, it's a good setup episode. It's been setting up for something new, something great to come through. So let's see where this continues to go. Overall, it's left me with a lot of questions. It's left me with a lot of interesting questions. Like, how is this going to keep evolving, right? What other issues might come through with this, especially like if we're seeing that this character is already like this. And number two, your guys' fate lies in the fate of the cards, right? The same way that Yugi does. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is an Emilia in here, if there's an Emilia card in here, we will watch the next episode. First one. Here we go. The Witch of Envy. Oh, there we go. Roswell. Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching the next episode right now in just a little bit. Emilia. Echidna. Oh my goodness, what a cutie patootie. I'm sorry. I look at these cards. Another Emilia. Oh my goodness. It's so sparkly. Oh, here we go. Hell yeah. Very, very good sparkles. Blade Dragon, if you're in here, what you think, bro? What you think? That's awesome. Hell yeah. And we got a ram at the very end. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'll go ahead and cover these ones up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going into the next episode in just a little bit of a longer break here, like a 2 to 3 minute break, ladies and gentlemen, because I really do need to go grab at least some snacks or some food or something. And when we come back, we're doing the next episode. Gamer Girl, have a great night. I appreciate you. You're absolutely phenomenal. Good morning to everyone in the EU. You guys are phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in just a little bit. We're going to get started with the next episode of Apothecary Diaries. Give me a couple minutes for YouTube. Wait for the next episode. YouTube that is not live. YouTube that is live. We're jumping into it in just a bit, and Kick as well. All right, give me 1 second. No, not bye to YouTube. Bye to the YouTube that will get the actual edited, videos of this. Anyway, we'll be back. YouTube, stay here. We'll be right back. All right, be right back, guys. 3 minute break. Go.
Fear out of sight, but it's building up inside. Gonna break one night. Defense mechanisms hiding from the pain. Playing mind tricks, but it's all in vain. Repress, project, rationalize the scars, but you can't run forever. Gotta face who you are. Defense mechanisms hiding from the pain. Playing mind tricks, but it's all in vain. Repress, project, rationalize the scars, but you can't run forever. Gotta face who you are. Blame it on you when it's really on me. Projection's my way of staying guilt-free. I laugh it all off, say it's just a joke, but deep down inside the truth is still broke. Defense mechanisms hiding from the pain. Playing mind tricks, but it's all in vain. Repress, project, rationalize the scars, but you can't run forever. Gotta face who you are. Defense mechanisms hiding from the pain. Playing mind tricks, but it's all in vain. Repress, project, rationalize the scars, but you can't run forever. Gotta face who you are. Blame it on you when it's really on me. Projection's my way, on me. Projection's my way, it's really on me. Projection's my way of saying ill things. Mechanisms hiding from the pain. Playing mind tricks, but it's all in vain. Repress, project, rationalize the scars, but you can't run forever. Gotta face who you are. Gotta face who you are. But maybe they'll turn it into art. I'm finding ways to cope, but I'm still torn apart. Intellectualize, keep my feelings aligned, but there's no escaping what's buried in my mind. Conversation's my way to feel like I'm enough. I built up my image, act tough and rough. Displacing hits when I take it out on you, but I'm only dodging what I really need to do. Defense mechanisms hiding from the pain. Play mind tricks, but it's all in vain. Repress, project, rationalize the scars, but you can't run forever, gotta face who you are. Breaking the cycle, it's time to let go. Facing my fears, letting my true self show. No more defenses, it's time to be free. It starts here with the real me.
How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome on in. So, real quick, we're about to get started with the next episode here. Legato, yo! But first, I want to start off by saying, hey, my luck in the Netherlands was phenomenal. I pulled back. I went to one of the card shops there, and I got a Detective Pikachu card pack to open up, and I opened it up. I got one of the best cards. How many of you like look at this. Look at this beauty. Absolutely insane, right? I was all happy about it. I was beyond thrilled about it. Like this is like what, like a I know most people won't believe it because it's like it's specific to Japan. And then I did the 151 and I pulled this one out of that pack. I pulled a big chunk of Blastoise here, a big Chonkasaur there. Hell yeah. It rainbow colors. It's good. All right, let me grab a beer. We're about to get started with the next episode of Apothecary Diaries. Guys, I'm so glad we've had so many of our Twitch friends come on through. Hey chat, you're small. for now, yeah, but that doesn't mean not for later. You never know, man. Things can really pop off quickly, and next thing you know, there's like hundreds of people in chat. I remember when I first started streaming, it was one person, 2 people, 3 people on Twitch, Kraith and Alan. And others, right? And it started to go from like 1 to 3 to 10 to hundreds to 200s. We've had 2,000 here before for the arcane. Like, we've had a good number of people go up and down all accordingly. So that's absolutely beautiful, and I can't thank you guys enough. Cheers. Can't get my chat color. No worries. I appreciate you all. By the way, YouTube and whatnot, if you guys are questioning who are you talking to, we also have a Arcane was crazy. Yeah. We also have a Kick audience here that is live. Unfortunately, not visible to you guys directly per se, but they are here. Like this Twitch Kick is available here. But yeah, no, I'm beyond grateful of all the people that I met at TwitchCon. As you guys clearly heard, some of the people there, especially like people like Deska and others, just really feel like an amazing connection to have in people. All right, Emilia, Subaru, holy crap! Oh, there we go. Whoa, Battle Geese. It's an SR as well. So I'm about to sleeve this bad baby up. Betelgeuse. Look at that bad boy. Oh my goodness. A Beako. Cutie patootie. Oh, we got the other. What is this, uncommon? Yeah, we got another witch. Oh my goodness. Emilia in a schoolgirl outfit. Emilia in a schoolgirl outfit. They treat us too good. They treat us too good in this game here. Oh my goodness, chat. I am beyond happy at this. This is some good shit. Good shit. That is cute as fuck. That is adorable. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moving on to the next episode number 44. Are you guys ready? That is cute as fuck. Also, guys, can we please not have some wild arguments happening in the side? Emoji bubbly. Kraith, don't look at that. Absolutely. We don't want Kraith dying. Anyway, hold on. I'm trying to double check something. All right, here we go. Come at me, YouTube bros. Yeah, no, please no arguing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, shall we say hi to all the YouTube people that are not going to be a part of this live, but that will be joining us or will be watching the video in the long run? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Welcome on in. Hey, we're about to get started. If you guys are liking the video so far, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. I am losing my voice. Unfortunately, I'm still in recovery mode. As I mentioned previously, we haven't watched Apothecary Diaries in 3 weeks, but we're trying our best to go ahead and catch up, ladies and gentlemen. So why don't we go ahead and jump right into it? And that way we're able to go ahead and enjoy this to the fullest. Let's do it. Let's do it. Really wish that YouTube could hear this audio as well. But the copyright system is so messed up as it is. How do you break Mau Mau? Meow. How do you break Meow Meow? Meow Meow. Mau Mau. How do you break Mau Mau, chat? Evil Ed returns. Meow Meow. I know. Take away all the drugs. Lauman? Oh, that's a good one. Lauman could be a good way to go ahead and try and break her. Take away the Ox Bazaar. What if, like, you destroyed really valuable medicine, like, right in front of her, right? Do something different. Mess with the... Yeah, I mean, that would be one way. That would be one way. Oh, God. Yeah, hands would be flying immediately here. Why is she treating her so horribly? Unless there's like some weird aspect of like you're not at my level, so therefore you're trash type of thing, right? Yeah, I'm about to jump into the screen. I'm not gonna lie. Immediately from the start, yeah, no, immediately. So it makes me wonder if Suda was brought up in this environment, can she not just be extremely traumatized if she had to work with this lady for a majority of her life or for some part of her life? What the fuck? The fuck? Okay, most people won't probably understand, especially if it's their first time joining in. The amount of gaslighting that chat has tried to put into this. That Lolan and Shizui were two separate characters the entire time. The amount of gaslighting that has tried to come through has been insane. Like, I've literally, like, even though I pointed out the similarities and everything, no, chat's been like, no, no lo miro. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see, like, literally. Is it real? You just made it up. No, stop. We, your precious chat. Yeah, YouTube and Twitch and Kick and all of the above, all of you guys have legitimately just been pushing this narrative of like Shizui and Lula, two separate people. And you're fucking crazy. This would this would never happen in a, like, no. Brother, she's about to get an RKO out of fucking nowhere. Like, she might legitimately be like, oh, like, turn around, and then, like, I'm just like a fucking viper, just just fucking grab her neck and come down with it. No way, man. The amount of violence that this is coming through is can someone even survive 100 can? I wonder, okay, I really do wonder if she treats her Sure this way. If it was Lulan, right, and she wasn't able to recognize her, would she treat her the same? Would she be like slapping and punching and hitting her? Or would she like be able to go ahead and recognize her own daughter in that environment if she were to go ahead and dress up in, like, you know, different outfits that doesn't showcase any form of nobility or anything like that? Like, before you went to if she may have two other, yeah, ooh, cruel people in power, register and power forever. Ooh. Stop. Stop. I hope you know, you fucking crazy old lady. If Lacan gets wind of this, he's coming through with the fucking bombs, brother. Lacan is gonna show up and just destroy your stronghold and show you why it isn't a fucking stronghold. Lacan will go out there and fucking petition every single individual out there and it'd be like, oh, but I know your dirty little secrets. you're gonna have to come with me. You're gonna have to save my daughter. Like, we all know that Lacan's gonna go fucking crazy. Lacan's gonna go fucking crazy. Yeah, Lacan's gonna go scorched earth. Your stronghold ain't gonna hold out for much longer. As long as, and especially if something happens to Mau Mau. My God, if something happens to Mau Mau and it's on your fucking hands, Lacan is gonna absolutely destroy you. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go all excited about this. Like, so you can put this together, Mau Mau, but you can't put together that Jinchi might be the prince. Mau is wrong, and Jizui is somewhere else. What? Jinchi's the prince. She can, but she doesn't want to. You guys are fucking horrible. My God. Oh. Hmm. Oh. I like that this is a very self-explanatory episode, and I don't really need to go in as that like into depth as much because it's nice. It's nice doing this every so often. Don't believe the gaslight, man. The fucking gaslight. Right. Mm. Well, holy shit. Mm. Let's go back just a little bit. Mm. So she was given to the emperor? Wait. The two became engaged, but not married. There's a difference between being engaged to someone and being married to someone, right? Help me clarify this, chat. So she went to the hostage. Yeah, I don't know. When she was returned later as a gift. Mm. Oh, they've been together since they were little kids. And Saho worked as her lady, which makes sense. Yeah. Mm. Oh, he's putting it. Hey, yo, Mau. Three people touching you? Whoa! Wait a bit, Mau. Come on. Mau. Finally! Fucking finally! Mm. 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 As long as you don't run away from it and try and hide it, you'll be fine. This is important for you to realize because at the end of the day, it's like I'm sure other people must realize this immediately and will try to use this towards their advantage. Like one of these individuals, I'm pretty sure Lacan must have put this together a long time ago. And at some point in time, Lacan and her other strategists will use this towards their advantage. Thank you again for hanging around. Yeah, anybody that's been in here from YouTube that's heading out, I appreciate you guys. Let's set that aside from now. No. That's compartmentalizing, yeah. But it's a very real thing. Like, how many of you guys have done that? where you've had a lot of information thrown your way, and you guys can already tell I'm losing my voice. And instead of tackling it head on, you're like, you know what? I'll deal with it later. I don't have it. I don't have the capabilities to deal with it right now. I got 1,001 other things to deal with first. It is what it is, right? We all do it to some capacity. Hmm. Mm. Yeah, no, it's probably gonna be way too cold. Oh no. Oh no, Mau Mau. Makes sense. Oh no. Isn't it like insanely unsafe for these kids to be here, especially with that old hag here? Like, I feel like she could just put them all to death because they like trip and fall or they're too loud or something. Like, I would not feel safe having kids uh, in or around that lady. Mhm. My comments are all wrong. Wait, what do you mean? Oh God. Stop! That's where you get angry. Stop! You've learned to mask because of your mom literally fucking traumatizing you into doing what a fucking sociopath would. So many masks. Wow. Ooh, I love that a little bit. Hold on. Look at the light in her eyes. Look at how the light in her eyes just fades away. And I feel like this often happens to a lot of people where after a period of time, like their eagerness to whatnot, light, literally like lights in their eyes start to fade with all the trauma and shit happening in their life. Look at it. It just sort of dulls out. Reverse Subaru, exactly. Wow. Learned helplessness. Yeah. Hey, yo. What the fuck were you having these people do? Wait. The scent of musk. Oh, no. Oh, no. Were you just? Oh no! I can totally imagine her just in the fucking captain's chair, right? Just watching everything go down. Of course, she's like, "You two get together. You do this. I want to see you do this to this person." I could totally see her just fucking being cruel and like, oh, yeah. Shenmei didn't know we had another day. Oh God, my voice is oh. You need to read the what happened in the web novel on this. I'm not even gonna lie. Like what? The light is way darker for this. What actually happens in this? Also, is that Lulin in the corner fucking eating something? Wow. Jesus Christ. Wow. Razy, yo, what's up? Helicopter. Oh God. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're practicing that self-care, my friend. She putting on Diddy parties. Hmm. Right. And Lula's presence too? Yeah. I don't like the fact that kids are here. I don't know. Something strikes me fucking weird about it. I know. Get the kids away. Mm. Well, you know. Well, you know. Wow. Wow. I think we gotta, yeah. Okay. Someone give me, yeah, how's my mom? Someone actually tell me what happened aside from Diddy parties. Like, type it out. What really happened? What really happened in there? They're that thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's what I assumed. It was probably like a group orgy where they were being forced to do shit. Ugh. Are the kids there seen as a threat? More than likely, the kids will be seen as useless in some capacity. Literally Diddy parties. Yep, that makes more sense. Yep. But my thing is, unfortunately, any kind of trauma can make a person break, right? Their psyche can take a severe hit, and then you get them walking around kind of numb. I've seen parents who have gone through severe traumatic sexual and or physical abuse, and then when they come back, when they get out of treatment, and they're with their families, like something re-triggers them, and it's like they're stone cold. Yeah, and it's like you don't see that love that they once had because they don't know how to express it without triggering themselves. So they need a lot more work than what is originally out there. And a lot of people just compartmentalize 100%. Busy with work. 100%, right? Why are you lost, Arlen? Mm, mm, mm. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you might be asking yourself, hold on. You might be asking yourself, how can she go out and do this? What's something that I say a lot? Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people often have the capacity to hurt others, right? Unfortunately, she was probably traumatized as a little kid, sexually abused as a teenager or whatever through the old emperor, right? And didn't cope with it correctly until she takes it out on others. Very unfortunately fucked up way of just looking at it and being like, ugh. Mm. Hey, yo. Mm. Mm. It's like if Magnus Carlsen comes in and is like, I can solve that chess problem for you. Like, yeah, trust him. Like, yeah. We figured out about, yeah. Mm. Mm. La God, my God. He's gonna fucking poke you, man. He's gonna be like, why the fuck you lying? Like, he's straight up gonna call you out. Lacan literally has you in check. In fact, he has you in checkmate. Because if we look at it, he's put all the pieces together and he's slowly working his way towards in it. He's done a foot in the door, slapping the balls, and he's straight up looking at you and telling you, hey, you know what? What are you doing? What are you doing? What's the plan? You haven't approached any, like, what is the plan? You're more worried about paperwork than about the individual you're supposed to be there? Yeah. Ooh! Acting as a sorry unit. Ooh! Lacan! What the fuck? You don't need to cook him. You don't need to cook him like this. It's so good, man. The whole fam shows up. Damn. Thank you, Squirrel. Daddy-in-law is very not happy. I like how he gets all nervous when it's his uncle coming through and Laman with the de-escalation, right? Lauman, damn. Damn. Now it's checkmate, Ed. Ah! 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 They know, brother. They know. Wait. What is this? Wait. God. God. It's still a setup, though. It's still just a setup, though. We need to see the armies in action, brother. I know, the prince, baby. The prince. Wow. No! 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 My voice. What a good show. What a good fucking show. That flew by. Yeah, that was really, really nice, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Two masks fell this episode. The mask of Lulin the Great, and also the mask of Jinshi. Phenomenal episodes, ladies and gentlemen. What'd you guys think? Did you guys like the episodes? Thoughts? So many powerful characters. Honestly, absolutely amazing. I can't state it enough. Like, that was episode 21 dropped today. Holy shit. Holy shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, and things are only starting to heat up. Phenomenal. Like, I didn't think I'd have that much fun. Guys, some episodes are self-explanatory, sort of like this one. It's absolutely great. I am losing my voice, though, so we're going to have to go ahead and save the next episode for Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and save the next episode for Sunday. But with that being said, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much for being here. YouTube, did you guys like it? Are you guys liking this sort of multi-stream? I'm hooked, brother. I'm fucking hooked. Are you guys liking the fact that we're able to go live? I know you guys aren't getting the full-on YouTube audio, unfortunately. It's for our safety and yours. But is this helping you guys out as well? I hope it is. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Every Friday and Sundays, you guys are going to be getting that multi-live, multi-cast stream as well. And that way you guys are able to join in and check us out. But this Sunday, we do have Makain, Too Many Losing Heroines. And we also have the other episode of Apothecary Diaries. And maybe, just maybe, we'll start Near Automata, episode 1, segment 1, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. If you guys like the episode, you guys like some of the content that we talked about this aspect, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. Please practice some self-care. Guys, is it Sunday yet? Also, make sure to go ahead and follow my best friend of 50 years, the incredible, the wonderful, the beautiful Deska Gaming. Huge, absolutely amazing individual. Go show them some love and support. And also everyone else that's been in here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're absolutely phenomenal. YouTube, that is going to get this recording. I'll catch you later. Be safe. Us still here. Guys, thank you guys so much. Everyone over on Kick, on Twitch, on YouTube, you guys are absolutely amazing. I can't say that enough. You guys absolutely blew me away every single time. Yeah. So thank you guys so much. Hold on. I'm trying to go to get my voice up in here. I'm gonna lose control up in here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I like that deep voice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're actually gonna raid out to a good friend of the channel here. We're gonna raid out to Rakula, the Only Fangs guy. Absolutely adore him. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this Sunday I will be available. As I mentioned, I will be around. You guys are phenomenal. We're gonna go up Makain. We're gonna do Apothecary and also finish up with anything else. Guys, you guys are phenomenal. Check out Rakula, incredible individual. Met them at TwitchCon. Show them that love and support. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I will catch you guys later. Be safe. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bye. Bye. Be safe. See you later.